Hey guys, this is fxjinil and this video is all about how to make a account on the 5%ers and what kind of programs they offer, and everything would be covered in the video. I hope you guys like it, and if you do, please consider liking the video. So when you click the link in the description box of the 5%ers, you will be redirected here. So I'm going to teach you guys how to open an account while doing it. So here we can see that this is the home page of the 5%ers. We can see our funding journey. We have three programs: a hyper growth, a high stakes, and a boot camp. And we can see how they have FAQs and everything. And they also have the best splits in the industry. And if you want to check, you can, here's everything you can check here. So in order to create an account, we would just go to quick start, and here you can see that it is asking for our email and password, and currently we do not have an account, so we'll go to create an account. So here you can see that I have filled all my details. It would ask for your first name, your last name, your email address, password, and the country you reside in. So let's go. You can see that we have our email verification, so let's just quickly do that first. So here, as you can see that our account is created. So as you can see that there are three accounts as discussed just before: hypergrowth, high stakes, and bootcamp. The hypergrowth program starts from $260. The high stake program starts from $39, and the bootcamp starts from $95. So let's get into each and every program and let's see how it turns out. So here we have our hyper growth program, and here we can see that we can apply for $10,000 account, 20,000, and $40,000 account. The evaluation for everything, the first, if we apply for the $10,000 account, the evaluation phase will have a capital of $5,000, in which the target would be 10%. The stop out level would be 6%, meaning that if the account size goes below 6%, you will fail the challenge. The daily pause is a 3%, which means that if you lose more than 3% or 3% on the account on the same day, it will pause your account so that you do not overtrade. We can see that profit split is up to 100%. We have unlimited time. The leverage is also very good, 1 is to 30. As we can see that for the $10,000 account, we have to pay the fees of $260. For $20,000, we have to pay $450. And for the $40,000 account, we have to pay $850. And now let's talk about this bonuses. The bonuses means that it will start from $15 for the $10,000 account, and we will get those as the hub credit, and they can be used if we buy another account. This amount would be debited from this. Now let's talk about the growth of the plan. Here, as we can see that in the 10K funded trader, if you decide to buy it, the evaluation trader phase will have the initial balance of $5,000, and the target would be 10%, which is $500. The payout of which would be 50%, and the bonus would be 15%. And after that, our account would be upgraded to the $10,000. The same milestone of 10%, the payout will increase to 75% and we'll get more bonuses. And as we can see that we can scale our account up to $4 million, which is very good. And we can have the payout up to 100%, which in my opinion is the best in the industry. Now let's talk about the high stakes two-step program. Here we have our high stakes challenge, and as you can see that we can have four different amount of account. One is 5,000, 20,000, 60,000, and up to 100,000. So let's take for the 5,000. The maximum trading period would be unlimited days. We have two phases in this. The minimum profitable days would be three. Minimum profitable days means that on a day you have to at least gain 0.5% of the initial balance on the account. Then it would be considered as a profitable day. Here we can see that maximum daily loss is 5%. The maximum loss on the account would be 10%. And if you lose more than or equal to 10% on the account maximum, your account would be frozen. For the step one, we have our 8% profit target, which is what every company offers, and it is very good. For the step two, we have a 5% profit target, and we can see that the $5,000 account would just cost $39, and it is one of the cheapest program. And we can see that after we pass the phase one, we can get a $10 reward, which can be further used if we want to buy another account. The $10 would be debited from this. And we can also see that when we pass both the steps and when we become the high stakes trader, our $39 would also get refunded. The profit share would be anywhere up to 80% to 100%. The same thing for this $100,000 account would be of $495. We can get a $95 profit share as well. And the parameters are same. The maximum loss is 10%. The profit target is 8 and 5% for step 1 and step 2. The 60,000 program is of $300. The 20,000 program is of $165. And if you are also a beginner trader like me, I would also recommend you guys to use the 5% as it has one of the cheapest cost, and the company has been in the work since 2016, so it is very reliable. So now let's check what their growth plan is. So the scaling plan here is for every 10% profit generated on the funded account, the account balance and profit split will be increased according to the table below. So let's just review the table. Let's say that I have purchased a account of $5,000, and when I reach a 10% profit target on it, my account would be boosted to $7,500 and further on. As you can see that profit ratio from the beginning would be 80%, and as we go further, it would go up to 85%, 90%, and then 100%. We can scale up to $500,000, and here you can see that from $350,000 we can get a monthly salary of $4,000 as well. And if we get to the position where we have a $500,000 account, we would have a 100% profit split, plus we can get a 10,000 monthly salary as well. So I highly recommend you guys to start trading with this prop firm. Now let's talk about the bootcamp program, the first low entry cost challenge. So let's see what the parameters are and how the scaling plan and everything will work. So as we come here, we can see that they offer a $100,000 account and a $250,000 account. The $20,000 account is not available right now, as it was available till the 31st only. They had a special program in which you have to only pay $1 for a $20,000 account. So it is removed right now. It is still showing, but as we can see that the cost is NA, meaning it is not available right now. So let's talk about the $100,000 account and how everything works. In this, we can see that there are three steps before we get funded. For the $100,000 account, the first step's initial balance would be $25,000 account, in which we have to make a 6% profit, and we cannot lose more than 5% on it. The leverage would be 1:10. The time limit is unlimited, which is very good. And the cost would be just $95. In the step 2, the initial balance would be $50,000. The profit target would be the same 6%, and maximum loss would be the same. For step 3, the initial balance will change from $50,000 to $75,000, and every other parameter will remain the same. And once we have completed all the steps, all the KYC process, we will finally get funded for $100,000 account, in which the profit target would be 5%, and from 5% we can bump our account further on. The maximum loss would be reduced to 4%, and the daily pause would be 3%. If you lose more than or equal to 3% on a day, the account will freeze, so not to let you overtrade. The leverage is also the same. Time limit is unlimited, and the profit share would be up to 100%. The main thing here is that once you have completed all the steps and now you have become bootcamp funded trader, you will also have to pay $205, which is to be kept in mind before you purchase the program. Total cost would come around $300. Now let's check the scaling plan. It is written that step up every 5% of gain. So let's see what that does. So let's say we start at $100,000 account. The maximum loss would be 4% as we have seen above. Uh, Once we achieve our 5% target, our account would be bumped up to $125,000. And in the 100K account, the profit share would be 50-50. And once we've achieved that 5% profit target, the account would be increased to $125,000 account, and the profit share would also be increased to 75%. We can get up to $4 million in the funded account. As we can see that once we've reached that stage, the payout ratio would be 100%. Now let's talk about how to buy an account. Here we are into our account overview when we log in, and we just have to go to new account. Here we can see all the programs they have to offer. As we discussed, there are three programs: high stakes, boot camps, and hyper growth. The most common and bought one is high stakes. So let's see how we can buy a high stakes account. Here, for the sake of this video, I am going to just do a high stakes of $5,000. As I reside in India right now, I will choose the Indian currency. Here you can see that 5% discount is also applied, and I will fill all the details here. Here we can see that we have to pay 3,087 rupees, which would almost be $40, sorry. And here we can confirm and proceed to payments. We have two options. We can either pay through card and cryptocurrencies. Right now, I do not need an account, so I'm not going to show you guys further. But when I buy a new account, I will make sure to keep in touch with you guys. So guys, that is it for today's video. And if you have any doubt or any query on what to buy and when to buy, you can always comment, and you can also DM me on Instagram. The link for the same would be down in the description. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please consider liking the video. Thank you.